Hey guys, it's a Real Dark Hero. It's February 17th. Today they're doing a Nintendo Direct. And you know, you gotta do a reaction video for these kinds of things, right? So, they just started. They started with characters from Xenoblade Chronicles that I have no idea who they are, so whatever. I'm legit only watching for Legend of Zelda stuff, so it's the 35th anniversary, so we'll see what they decide to show us. Frankly, I feel like it's a little too soon after Age of Calamity, but I think it's too soon. I mean, I think it's too soon after Age of Calamity in that we just had it's not a mainline Zelda title, but it's pretty big, and it was amazing. It was amazing. I loved it so much. I think it's too soon after such a big game for them to hit us with something so heavy as Breath of the Wild 2. But just because we're watching a Nintendo Direct, it doesn't mean that they're going to release the game in 5 minutes. It just means like, hey, we're showing you guys something. So, we'll see. Right now they're just showing a bunch of stuff I don't care about, so that's why I'm able to talk to you. Should probably have turned the AC off. Well, it's too late. Yeah, I'm going to cut the camera because not a lot is happening right now. I'll cut it back on when they do an announcement. As soon as I cut the camera off, they decided to go Monster Hunter. Oh, it's a spider monster, eh? Oh, I remember you! I don't think I've ever seen you before. What?
Elder, I have important news.
What the fuck? He probably a dual sword wielder. And it's those guys from
assemble the
Legend of
villagers.
Korra.
50 years ago, Kamura village was attacked by the Rampage and Magnum Malo. And we suffered some devastating casualties.
How can we fight against that?
Our hunter's about to face the biggest challenge yet! No! We can't lose this game! Pull yourselves together! You're not getting in!
Let's go, everyone!
Go rampage somewhere else!
You listen to me now!
Oh shit, that's what they were telling me!
Here it comes! Watch out for the apex! Do not let it pass!
Azuros, wow!
The rampage. How long do you think it's going to last?
Quoth Family's gonna be mad at me because I don't remember their name. Yay! Monster Hunter for the Switch! I'm so happy.
We should start preparations right away.
We're here to offer assistance.
Oh, that's interesting.
We must stop the calamity.
Don't use the word calamity, Nintendo. Don't do that. Yes! On March 26th! I've been waiting on you!
That was the latest trailer for Monster Hunter Rise.
That's 10 days after my birthday.
Here, it's always your turn. Everyone tees off at the same time, then you'll race through the course to reach your ball. Give it another whack to get it closer to the hole, then keep going. Outpace your opponents to come out on top. Your golf skills aren't the only things that
Christina
play.
V?
Make use of dashes and special shots to beat the competition. Oh, did we mention story mode? As a Mii character, you'll start out as a rookie and develop your golfing skills while interacting with various Mushroom Kingdom characters. Level up with experience points earned during matches. Then, allocate points to different stats, allowing you to develop your character however you'd like. You can also use your Mii in versus play. Put your golfing skills to the test when Mario Golf Super Rush swings onto Nintendo Switch June 25th. Pre-orders begin on Nintendo eShop after this presentation.
And then, Gon's opponent pointed a blade at his forehead. And that's when Gon...
Kill.
I think that's Christina V.
Do you want to see your friends?
Excuse me, Christina Valenzuela. I have to be respectful. She has made it clear on social media that we are to address her by that full name, and honestly, I think it's a beautiful name. So yeah, if that was you, Miss Valenzuela, I am happy to hear your voice in a Nintendo Direct. I would love to say more, but my girlfriend still hasn't beaten yet, so I can't run that risk. But I'm happy you're here. I'm so happy you're here. All right.
And kick some serious ass!
Look, it's simple.
Gorgon want new weapon!
In Knockout City, I'm like a kung fu master. I can catch bullets. Woo! I'll get some. That's it.
Hey, Lieutenant! Pass to me!
Love that, princess. Here.
Let's find out what sound your face makes!
If you can customize your character in this shit, how is it?
Catch me!
I'll do that. Hands up, Your Highness.
Lost it! Can't believe we're losing to a bunch of dairy farmers! Okay, team. They may have won the battle, but not the war.
Hey, can we redesign our characters? Not a team if you're not wearing a uniform.
Max, this is a war zone, not a bloody
Alright, alright.
Pass to me. What? Interview's over? Oh, come on, man, one more game.
The fight for survival starts now.
I already forgot what that game was called, but I won. Down, up, down, up. Tastefully, weapon, expanded roster. I knew it.
There's even more coming to Nintendo Switch.
Hello there, I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series. I'm sure a lot of you saw me and thought there might be news about the sequel to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now.
That's fine.
We apologize. Development is proceeding smoothly, and we should be able to bring you some new information this year.
That's fine.
For now, we'll have to ask you to wait just a bit longer.
I can do that.
While you're all waiting, however, this Legend of Zelda game will be coming to Nintendo Switch. Please take a look.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Oh. It's the one that nobody likes. For the record, when I was playing it, it was actually my favorite for a little bit. But, no, I'm over it.
What you've just seen is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
I'm still gonna get it though,
This
but I
game
just don't
originally
want
released in 2011 on
I
the
didn't
Wii
ask
console,
for it.
and now it's coming to Nintendo Switch. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword featured a control scheme in which players would use the Wii Remote Plus controller as a sword and the Nunchuck controller as a shield. With the increased processing power of the Nintendo Switch system, the controls here are smoother and even more intuitive.
I hope so.
And we've recreated the controls for the sword and the shield here by having the player hold 2 Joy-Con controllers. The Joy-Con controller in your right hand is the sword. Swing it to have Link swing his sword in the game. The Joy-Con controller in your left hand is the shield. By lifting the controller, you can raise the shield to block enemy attacks. You can perform other actions like using both controllers to wield a bow and arrow. These physical movements add a sense of urgency and tension to combat. But we've also made it possible to play the game with button controls to ensure it can be played in handheld mode or on the Nintendo Switch Lite system. After mulling over how to assign different gameplay elements to different buttons, we decided to apply the sword motions to tilting the right control stick. Tilt the stick down when you want to swing the sword downward. To swing to the right,
this was the only way we would have been able to accept that.
Just tilt the stick.
This is the only way we could have accepted it.
Here's something else we've been working on. Specially designed Joy-Con
that's
controllers.
Cute!
The right Joy-Con controller is themed after the Master Sword, while the left features a Hylian shield motif. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, as the game depicting the earliest story in the Legend of Zelda timeline, details the events around the creation of the Master Sword itself. We hope that people who played the original game on Wii, and those playing it for the first time, will enjoy discovering the origins of the Legend of Zelda.
Please, Wind Waker. Please. Please, please, please.
The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD launches July 16th. Following this Nintendo Direct, you'll be able to pre-order the game on Nintendo eShop. And the specially designed Joy-Con controllers will launch on the game's release date at your local retailers. Many of you may already know this, but The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword was the last original console game prior to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game, and it was still following the established conventions of The Legend of Zelda. However, it gave a glimpse into many features and innovations that would eventually be adopted in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Using the sailcloth to descend in midair, a stamina gauge that depleted as you scaled walls with vines or ran, even the concept of collecting items to upgrade gear. I hope those of you who've played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will give this game a try as well. Please look forward to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
Wind Waker announcement, please. Nope.
Well, what did you think? The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword has been optimized for Nintendo Switch. It includes intuitive motion controls and button controls by tilting the right control stick. Okay, the next game will be our last announcement for today.
Wonder how many Zelda fans, apart from myself, are going to react negatively to the news of the revitalization of Skyward Sword. Nobody asked for that. Nobody asked for it. It's one of the least popular titles. So, especially since we're in the 35th anniversary, I think, of Legend of Zelda, I'm pretty sure people were expecting the Mario treatment. But who knows? Who knows? Well, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at @ARealDorkyHero. You can also find more content that I work on and or produce on the Dropping Loads Productions page. Over there, I host a show called What the Con, where I go to a convention and I conduct interviews with fellow cosplayers and, give them a bit of a hard time, just cracking jokes. And I also have a show that I do